Xdefiant is a new free-to-play arena FPS game similar to Call of Duty. The game is developed by Ubisoft and is set to release on the Ubisoft store anytime within the next 2 months. And after looking at the list of FPS games coming out this year, it's safe to say that Xdefiant is the game that is most likely to become very successful. And regardless of the stupid comments Ubisoft have made recently, it's obvious that they at least know how to make an FPS game. Here are the top 5 reasons you should be looking forward to playing Xdefiant. Number 1. Xdefiant is free to play, so there's pretty much no point in not trying it out. Xdefiant being free means there will definitely be a huge number of players on launch day. And if the game is good, the word will spread, and even more people will continue to download Xdefiant with no paywall to stop them from doing so. Free-to-play games have pretty much been the meta for a while now, and there have hardly been any FPS titles to achieve long-term success in the past 5 years that aren't free-to-play. So this is definitely a huge green flag for Xdefiant. Number 2. Xdefiant's pub matches will have no skill-based matchmaking, meaning you'll just be queued into servers where you have the lowest ping. But there is a playlist for new players that will include skill-based matchmaking. That's so that the players that are new to the game can play against other players who are also new. The reason they said they don't want to feature skill-based matchmaking in regular pub matches is because they want each game to feel fresh and random, which honestly does sound like a better experience. Skill-based matchmaking has led to so many complaints by players of other games like Apex and Call of Duty, but devs were always scared that removing it would affect new players' experiences. And the fact that Ubisoft came up with a solution for this just shows that they're actually listening to the FPS community. Number 3. Xdefiant also features input-based matchmaking, meaning if you're on keyboard and mouse, you'll be matched with other keyboard and mouse players, and if you're on controller, you'll be matched with other controller players. And I would assume that if you're on keyboard and mouse and you queue with a controller player, you'll be queued with other people who are doing the same thing. In other games, I've seen people complain that controller is overpowered, so this feature means that there's no excuses now when you lose a fight, and I'm sure it'll make the matchmaking much more enjoyable. This feature yet again shows that Ubisoft has been listening to the community. Number 4. The CEO of Xdefiant is Mark Rubin, an ex-Call of Duty executive producer. He helped work to produce the original Modern Warfare 2, which is one of, if not the best Call of Duty game ever made. And him partnered with Ubisoft, a company who clearly knows how to make a competitive FPS game, really makes me feel like this game has huge amounts of potential. Mark Rubin especially has already shown so much passion for this project from the things he said over on Twitter. And when the devs are passionate about a game, you know they'll continue to work and work to make sure the game doesn't die. Number 5. The design of Xdefiant looks great. They aren't trying to go for the most realistic graphics, like your gun doesn't shake everywhere when you pull it out. It's just simple animations. The maps also look nice and vibrant. The layout of the maps look good and they're not filled with too many random objects. The simplicity of Xdefiant's graphics really stand out, and even though it has a slightly similar look to Call of Duty, it still definitely has its own Ubisoft looking style. The overall sound effects are good too. The loadout system looks pretty solid with a lot of customization, and I'm sure the game will have a lot of weapon skins and camos that you can unlock and buy. Even character skins will be really cool too.